All right, now we have this different angle here on this command center. We get the camel toe angle. Our Terran player.
I am MVP.
MVP.
There he is.
Now we see the ramp. The I want to rollerblade down. This Terran is.
GSL Polt.
Were you the guy, Artosis, that told me that you're gonna duct tape down the page down key or the page up key and learn how to play StarCraft 2 from that angle?
I did. Well, it's a joke, obviously, but someone told me that actually after it's held down for a little bit, it just goes back automatically.
Oh, really?
Ruin my plan. But it would be cool to play like that, man. Like, it would actually break people's brains if they ever try to watch you. Imagine that.
It's really kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. That's why I said it.
Yep, you're a kind of funny guy, Artosis.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
So this is a map that you definitely could see very fast expansion, even a fast third if you wanted. MVP going for a gas first, though. Not all that surprised about that. You know, as more and more games are played on this map, then the game will shift into builds that can kill fast expansion sometimes. But of course, in TVT, it's pretty hard to do. I think MVP is going to go for a Cloak Banshee here into Expand, because you can really go Cloak Banshee and a Command Center. You need almost no defense on this map, because it's so far away that no one's going to attack you, because that would be silly. But we'll see, man.
I still am surprised we're not seeing people proxy barracks in the middle of the map here. You know?
It'll happen eventually if this map
because
stays in rotation.
it's a meta thing. If everybody's going to
yeah.
quick command center, you can make 2 barracks in the middle of the map and just rush them and kill them.
It's, you know, I think it's going to be much more common for TVP than the other matchups. You know, TVZ, already Zergs are good at dealing with that. TVT, if they get a bunker up, your game is over. So I would say TVP, definitely. That's something that we're going to see thrown in probably next season, GSL. Maybe even in the up and down matches next week.
Yeah, maybe. Second refinery, almost done here. Looks like we're probably going to see quick Banshees here from MVP. And the real question is, how many Marines is Polt going to get? Because if you try to do anything fancy after you do a quick command center and they go quick Banshee, you're going to be in trouble.
I definitely remember a TVT here now.
Yeah. Talk to Papa Tasteless.
I want to say it was played by MVP, but I'm not completely sure. I can't quite remember. It was Banshee harassing the turret production as well as the Marines into a Hellion drop.
Yeah.
And it turned out quite well. I believe then the player went mech, hit a timing, and just crushed. If I recall correctly. But I might not remember the rest of the game. Anyways.
You know, it's so funny because people sometimes ask me about certain games.
It's hard to remember.
I'm like, no, guys, I've actually casted so many games. Sometimes I just don't remember them. Now he's going to go up there and see that there's no add-on. And see that it's a wallet. I think this Banshee Rush could be pretty powerful, Artosis, especially considering the control that we've seen from MVP. But you know what? Polt's getting 2 more barracks and before getting his refineries. So it's going to be 4 barracks total. He's like a Marine King Prime style build.
Yeah, he's really powering up quite a bit here. And we'll see if he can overpower those Banshees, but he's going to need some missile turrets if he wants to do that. Now MVP, while getting that Cloak Banshee off of 1 Marine, will go for an expansion. And that's a great build for this map. I really like both these builds on this map. Just really pushing your economical advantage because of how far away you are from your opponent. Respecting the map. Playing to its strengths.
RESPECT.
That's what MVP means to me.
Yeah, nice. 2 Banshees with Cloak. I think if you've noticed closely, MVP has just decided that basically he's always going to have a high success rate with Banshees against Polt.
Well, Banshees, it's you tech up to Banshees, then you tech down to everything else. It's actually so great, and he doesn't know that's coming. That is painful. Wait, his Marines do move into position. I don't think he saw it, just knows the timing, more likely.
Whoa, not even getting a scratch on it there.
Total respect by both players there. Yeah, well, you know, you tech up it in the Banshee, you have all your tech ready to go for whatever you want, and you have a harassment unit, a scouting unit. It's just such an intelligent opening to open with the Banshee.
It looks like he's going to give him this depot, because that depot you can actually kite circles around there.
Yeah.
And the Marines are never going to get you. Yeah. Wow, I didn't.
Oh, whoa. And now he shows that, in fact, yes, I do have cloak, and Polt's like, oh no, my worst nightmare.
Oh.
And I mean,
Nice,
he's doing a good job, man. 4 kills already. And all he has to do is hold this position to let that turret finish.
Oh, the other Banshee.
Oh, man. And he barely saves it, and saves both, in fact.
Wow.
God. Well, one of them has 2 hit points, the other 56, rather.
Look, he's actually microing these 2 Banshees at the same time.
We got J-Dong over here.
Now, looks like, you know, he's going to get his expansion a little bit later. Got to be careful to avoid that turret as well as the Marines, because the Marines can actually see that cloaked Banshee.
Yep, you gotta. They see further than they can shoot.
Yep, don't forget.
The opposite of Tasteless, he shoots further than he can see.
I didn't ask for these powers. That's such a lame, like one of those my storage phrases that I use, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't have anything witty to say, so I can, you know, use the quote from Spider-Man.
Well, MVP has chosen to, in fact, go mech. He's going Blue Flame Hellion, getting his Raven out right away. MVP going into the main base with this Hellion, this Banshee.
Will he stim? And actually he can't stim. Because it's
stim
in research right now.
Yeah, not quite done yet. Just forcing it away, and then, I mean, the harassment of MVP is great so far, man.
Yeah.
He's just damaging Polt so much. This is a stressful thing for Polt to deal with, but of course he's made so many barracks so quickly. He is up in supply, 78 to 65. And his cloak is about to run out, so he's going to be extra careful now.
All right, he does have another Raven out here, so he's going to be ready for Marauders when he comes in there. The reactor's now finishing. And MVP will be taking his 3rd base, interestingly enough, before Polt is.
Well, you know, with mech, this is something that's going to be pretty easy to pull off here. Siege tanks and Hellions, you're going to walk across the whole map and kill those? No, not really. Most likely, no. We do have Polt walking out of the base a little bit here. Seeing if he can find where that Banshee is sitting. MVP's Blue Flame is done. So if those Marines are in the front, in the line like this...
Oh, man, the amount of damage is going to be dealt. It's very nice.
Micro so far by both players. Polt pulling away pretty quickly, only taking 1 free volley.
He did get 1 Hellion. We did not get a shot at it.
Now this is going to be a very powerful timing attack. He's going to have stim finish, and he's going to hit. And, I mean, this is going to be very hard indeed. He's got to slow him down with the Hellions if possible. He's got to target just right. Siege mode just going to finish in time. We'll see if he leaves a tank on the high ground. That's something he may want to think about doing.
Yeah, that'd be really smart if he did that.
Now he has the bunker, but will he get SCVs up there in time? He does have 3 Banshees. So it looks like MVP. Oh, we have some medevacs out for Polt. This timing is really smart, really strong. But with those Marauders, the point defense drone can, in fact, go down. So I'm not sure if Polt's actually going to go. He just scans, saw what's there. He's like, this is hard. This is a hard decision. Do you try to hit this? Because if you bust it, the game is over. But if it busts you, then you are over. All right, looks like
he's going to drop at the same time.
Oh, I love this drop. The drop going down. Very nice. It's going to be hard to deal with. He does have Banshees, though, don't forget. He might run the Hellions down, throw a point defense drone. And a nice scan, trying to take out Banshees.
Oh, but the Vikings can get the medevac.
Oh, it looks like the medevacs may be able to unload in time. In the meantime, Polt has rallied a lot of Marines and Marauders down.
I don't think this is going to end anytime soon, Artosis.
MVP may want to not mine from that expansion for a little bit. This is getting
he may
really
want to
hairy.
turtle.
I mean, the amount of pressure Polt's putting on right now, he really needs to stabilize a bit more. This is a scary scenario.
Okay, I think he's just going to try to stim and bust at it. I don't think he actually is going to
his tanks aren't all sieged, but actually still has that point defense drone, so I don't think we're actually going to see an attack in that area.
I think he was actually expecting there to be like half the army there, and then he can run in there and make him move that. So now he's going to pick up again and probably do another drop. This time a bigger, scarier drop.
Oh, God, this is so scary. And, in fact, MVP out of position a bit right now.
He could even try to get the orbital.
Yeah, that would be a pretty awesome and huge blow. And, in fact, looks like he's going to.
Oh, he's repairing.
He's got to be careful as the Micro-D's flying in is just right here. Saves the orbital at first, and now trying to take out medevacs. If he can kill off this whole army.
Yeah, if he could trap it there.
Oh, man. He may be able to trap it there.
I cannot believe how many groups of units.
He's going to just pick up. A little risky here. Very risky, but
it worked.
MVP goes in just a bit too late.
That was a nice fake, too. He sent out a small group. Oh, nice. He sent out a small group to stim and run in there, so it looked like most of the army was actually still there.
All right, so
wow,
really cool moves by both players here, playing mind games with
he needs to leave the Vikings, up there so he can catch the medevacs next time they try that.
Yeah, you know.
He does not need to have the Vikings down.
He's definitely got to be on top of that. I mean, MVP needs to either throw up some turrets. I don't think he even has an engineering bay yet, though. But he definitely should have stuff spaced out a little bit better than he's had it so far here. So Polt during this time has gotten his third up very nicely. It's 55 SCVs to 57, so they're about even on economy. And supply-wise, they're about even as well. 3 base, 3 base. Everything's looking pretty close, but of course, with the mech units, MVP has the potential to be infinitely more cost-efficient. So we're going to have to see how Polt deals with that. So far, he's dealt with it really well.
All right. Polt, you know, he's got a good surround. He's got good map control. But eventually this mech army is going to be ready to go. And from there, the only way Polt can deal with that is to counterattack constantly, try to do a base trade. Yeah. Mech is stronger, but less mobile. This is a big map, so mobility does play a bigger role.
Very smart move by MVP right now. He's getting another starport. He wants to make sure he has enough Vikings to pick off medevacs very quickly.
Yep.
He wants to make sure that he can replace any Banshees or get more Ravens if he does need so. And that's very important, man. He needs to just stop the drop harassment. That's a big part of what the Vikings actually did. 2-2 just finishing up for Polt now. MVP, on the other hand, only has +1 on the way.
Very nice. That's how you do it. Those medevacs are so valuable. And you can see actually his response is to get more starports as well back at Polt's base.
Yeah, that's actually
it's kind of
really
funny to actually see that
he might
Polt's the guy that gets a sensor tower first in this situation.
I know, right? But you know what Polt might do? Oh my god. Well, we'll just be quiet for now because this is so important. Now, he's putting on a lot of pressure. Will Polt do a counter drop during all this? He's got to be careful. Wow, look at this. Just carnage.
Watch those Vikings. That's the story here, guys. The Vikings doing so much damage to those medevacs.
If the Marines turn around, they die to the blue flames. Very nice little combination. And flanking there.
Now it's 190 to 190 as far as supply goes.
That's very close right now. And as I was saying before, Polt looks like he wants to go the bio into Sky Terran style, which is pretty good.
All right, so
he's be careful with it.
Being very careful. You can see the army is split in two now because flanks are so much better against mech than head-on collision course attacks.
And look at this.
Look at this. He just wants those medevacs. Look at that. He says, nope, no counterattacks, please. You can have some of those Hellions.
Even so down a point
here we do have a counterattack coming, though, by ground. And that's right. That's how much Hellions suck against Marauders, guys.
It's kind of funny.
All right, so now it's 184 to 186. But remember, losing anything mech-related is much harder to rebuild.
And don't forget also 3-3
sending a siege.
Polt actually right now catching the tanks in siege, but a point defense drone goes down.
Oh my god.
Oh god, indeed. And he killed as many siege tanks as he could ever have hoped to. Oh my god, did he ever. Catching him unsiege, a little bit sloppy there by MVP, not doing quite the proper scouting. But Polt has a big army up here. He's got to be careful. He has no blue flames, no Hellions at all right now.
Oh,
and those
man.
are 3-3.
He should have landed the Vikings too. This is scary.
And still the 1-0 siege tanks, so cost effective.
You know what's funny actually is once he's killed up all the medevacs, he just lands them because he's like, all right, now since the Hellions are gone, I just use the Vikings for that. I think that's actually one of the themes behind the strategy.
Yeah, you know, MVP kicking some ass here, and in fact, I love watching a Cloaked Banshee hit a landed Viking. Nothing is funnier and more ironic to me. It's revenge. All right, he's gonna have to drop those. Oh boy, and down they go. But will it be enough? 3-3 on the Marauders. Oh wait, no, 3-2 right now actually.
And yeah, it's gonna be enough.
And even with that upgrade differential, 3-3 finishing during the battle, the siege tank's so unbelievably cost efficient. Has to knock out that army. But the supply is still very close, and as MVP's mech army dwindles in numbers, the fresh reinforcements of Polt gain power.
Yeah.
So don't forget that, but more and more siege tanks, more blue flame Hellions coming.
He's got a nice spacing here on the siege tanks. You know, with the Banshees in the front, they also do a lot of damage here. And again, guys, this is the power of mech. It's harder to do. It's more unforgiving, but when you do it right, it's really good. All right. Tech Lab taking out Stim. But no, if you stim in there and get too close, those siege tank volleys are going to hit you. Also note, we don't really have a shot of it, but MVP is expanding to the bottom right side of the map, just so you guys know. And actually, funnily enough, in the opposite location, Polt is taking the same location.
Well, Polt, his fourth base has literally 2 SCVs at it. Those aren't going to be very helpful. With the
oh my god, and he spots it.
Goodbye, SCVs. He's had that base up for a bit, just did not quite send anything there.
Well, it's pretty hard for him to drop mules there. Okay, nice. Now, if he has enough Banshees out here,
that's cute.
With Vikings supporting them, it's pretty easy for him to...
oh, and here we go. Stemming
because
in
he's moving out.
He
sees the Vikings. The Banshee says, wait a minute, I need to get some anti-air.
And he's actually just going to siege up right there. That was an opportunity for Polt to do immense damage. Polt with that Banshee and the air superiority right now, starting to push MVP back. The supplies are quite even at this point. MVP losing all of his landed Vikings there, and Polt abused him for it. That was very smart by Polt.
I have to say, MVP's doing a fairly good job of trying to escape the situation. Nice! Just got enough siege tank volleys off. He's trying to get back with as many siege tanks as humanly possible. And Polt is doing everything in his power to slow him down.
Well, MVP realizes those tanks are a lost cause. Lets them go ahead and die. Resetting up at home. And he didn't gain nearly as much ground as he had hoped for there. He still did a lot of damage.
It's got to save to be pushed all the way back into your base, then push him all the way back across the map. That's a pretty impressive sight to see.
Well, that's the thing. That's why you don't want to lose mech units. They get exponentially more powerful together. MVP, you know, the reinforcements of Polt just became so good.
We have a drop.
This is going to be...
Actually, this could really hurt MVP.
Yeah, it definitely could. He has no turrets here, no sensor towers. MVP not playing as clean a mech game as we normally see him play. See, does he have enough here to actually clean this out cost efficiently? He's having a very hard time with things, but a lot of siege tanks still left. Wins the air battle, and that is an important thing that we just saw right there.
Yeah, because it's the air dominance that's causing problems right now for MVP. Oh my god, I almost getting to it, but he's still got one.
Loses a Viking.
Does Polt know about this bottom right expansion?
I believe the answer is no, and the answer is no, now that I've checked. But of course, Polt, he's barely mining as well. He's mined out that back base. MVP not even close because of all the great harassment from Polt. So that actually is something that's really going to work in MVP's favor, as his front is almost mined out.
All right. Well, I think MVP might have to turtle for the next 5 minutes here. I'm really interested in these pushes where he just guns down the medevacs with the Vikings, and then eventually, when there's no more of an issue there, and the Hellions are dead.
Hellions are dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he lands them. He's like, okay, now it's your turn.
All they can tank. Finally, MVP is making some turrets at his back expand, and I mean that's been a point of contention all game. He's had so many drops there; it's really dealt a lot of damage to him in that area.
All right, so he's going to land here, take out a few mules. That's got to be annoying.
Indeed it does. Fly that Banshee out there, make him use yet another mule. Plenty of mule kills on that guy. Charging down mules, getting scanned as well.
Excuse me, Artosis, got to check your computer. It is 47 SCVs to 37 with MVP in the lead here.
And that is an important statistic, no doubt. He's got a good turret ring at his back expand now, MVP does, so he's going to be much less fearful of any drops back there.
Notice how they're constantly checking each other. Sorry, I didn't mean to run over you. Go ahead, Artosis.
That's fine. They are certainly constantly checking each other, though. They got to know about each other's unit movements. For instance, if Polt doesn't see MVP move up a bunch of tanks in siege, then he could lose half his army.
Now
if he does see him moving them up, then he can stim and run and then kill half of MVP's army.
We saw the fusion core for Polt going down.
Oh, did we? Oh boy, you're right.
So we're going to have battle cruisers pretty soon here.
Yeah, Marine
and that means that MVP could be in some trouble.
Something about a Vespine geyser. Right, so MVP very tank heavy right now, moving forward. Polt getting ship plating for his battle cruisers. Very smart. very, very smart. That's going to help him against Thor attacks and the unupgraded double Viking attacks.
Yep.
Vikings have a double attack, so I like that upgrade far more than a plus attack right now, as he is teching up to those battle cruisers. Battle cruiser Marine Marauder. This is going to be a lot of fun.
How do you think MVP should respond to this?
Well, MVP looks like he just wants to max out right now and start pushing again, and that's a smart way to do it. He's set up finally some turret rings. He's going to be much better defensed for any counters that Polt does do.
Nice. There's no real way for these SCVs to get out of here. He's going to have to send his army over here, but that's going to be a lot of SCV kills in the meanwhile.
That is a lot indeed.
Unfortunately, the bottom one is actually just attacking, as you can see in the command center for a little bit now.
That really looks like the turret's in range. It's kind of funny. Oh, down that goes in the blink of an eye. This Banshee's just non-stop.
Well, we've got to no longer say it in the blink of an eye, be like in the blink of a stalker.
It's pretty quick.
Well, okay, it's about time. Whoa, that was weird.
Starts moving in a bit. Not the right choice, of course. Looks like it must have been a mistake. So, MVP's max, so this is the time, of course. 2 battle cruisers are on the way for Polt, though. And those battle cruisers, if he loses these Vikings, will be deadly.
All right, nice. I like the Thor in the middle here. Another great unit to tank damage. As well as the spray hit Vikings and stuff like that.
Well, it's got a huge DPS as well, but there he goes. This army of Polt, just no match for the mech units of MVP.
And is he going to flank? Yes, he is.
The terrain of the map says no. Frank flanks just a little bit, sieging up now.
Oh, man. Is he going to get it?
Oh, boy.
He's getting pretty far in there. He has not landed the Vikings yet.
And it will be taken out. MVP losing a lot of siege tanks again.
Now, there are battle cruisers out, so he can't just land those Vikings again.
But there's a bigger Viking count right now for his opponent. And in they come. He's just got a micro very well here. Targeting down those BCs. Doesn't even need a flank, or a kite rather.
Oh my god, beautiful. The battle cruiser goes not down.
All right, MVP continuing to rally up more and more units. Hellions and siege tanks.
Oh, but Hellions over here getting these SCVs, making this expansion utterly useless.
And
oh man, that's so many SCVs killed. We now have 52 to 37 with Polt having that 37. Of course, due to those casualties.
So far this game, Polt has killed 39 SCVs, and MVP has killed 60. Some big numbers, folks. MVP wants this, though. He wants to get another title. He wants another trophy to add to his trophy house. It's the second, it's the 3rd biggest house in Korea.
His trophy dome.
Yeah.
All right, well, he's already damaged that expansion. What about the other expansion? Okay, that's not a planetary either, so expect the same fate over here. But is he... okay, he sees it. Why is he... what? I don't understand the world anymore. Why did he not attack the Hellions?
Looks like he just has not looked at the mini-map yet.
Yep.
Now he sees
Yeah,
it.
he's like, wait a minute. He's like, thanks, tasteless.
They go get their friends. They're like, hey, there's this really easy command center here. Come on. All right, here we go. A lot of siege tanks. Everything coming out for Polt. Does he have enough to break this line? The Vikings doing a good job. He's going to be careful of those Marines because they will gun down the Vikings in mere seconds.
It's actually hard to tell who's going to win this. SCV's even coming here, too. There are still 2 Marauders on the ground, and that is it.
MVP crushing through Polt with just 21 supply.
21 now to 129.
And MVP, it's been a close game. Polt did some great drop harassment. But once again,
he's
the
just too good.
Positions of MVP come out on top.
He's just too damn good. Well, this is going to turn out well for these mules. Like, come on, I have a lifespan shorter than a fly.
Full of hoof and mouth disease.
Oh, wow.
Because this Hellion has to burn all those mules.
Ouch. I'm like, ouch.
Ouch. Must hurt to be burned, Tasus says. Thank you, Tasus.
Yeah, guys, I would say expect GG any second. There's just no way that he's going to win this. He tries once again to break, but to no avail. And there it is, GG.
Well played by both players. An exciting game indeed.
Well done, MVP. You deserve the win. And I don't know, guys. I think he could, once again, be a champion. He just, every time I see him, he's better than the time before.
He's going to fight MMA next. He can finally get some big-time revenge. Polt, though, he is done for now. If you want to support TSL team, go ahead and check out thehandsomeware.com. Buy some TSL.
Yeah, buy some teas at thehandsomeware.com. You can support the TSL that way.
Well, this is an interesting top 4. The round of 4 is MMA against MVP and MC against DRG. Awesome. Protoss, 2 Terrans, and a Zerg. Couldn't hope for better in Korea, as everyone's Terran over here.
Yes.
And it's been a fun night of games, man. MVP showing sick dominance, and MC saying, you know what, I don't care how hot Leenock is right now. I'm still MC.
He's very confident, and I have to say, beating Leenock, that says a lot.
He showed a lot of skill in those games, man.
He was really a great micro and stuff like that, too. Best of luck to Polt in the next tournament that he is in. It wasn't enough.
Was not enough. All right, well, let's take a look at that round of 4 bracket, which I just told you about. MC against DRG, MVP against MMA. Will it be a TVC finals or a PVT finals? I don't know, man. DRG is awesome. I actually like DRG's Zerg more, just on a personal preference level, than Leenox.
Yeah, I prefer watching DRG. It makes more sense to me. Everything kind of clicks.
I get what Leenox up to. He's awesome, and perhaps even better, but I like DRG. So I think him against MC is going to be really, really cool. I know that right now he is sitting at his house practicing the hell out of ZVP right now, going over those games MC just played, because you know MC brought his best builds.
He probably thought he was going to have a ZVZ as well. He probably thought Leenock was going to win against MC.
You know what? I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the maps for MVP versus MMA, because MMA, I think, is probably the best Marine Marauder anti-mech user that I've seen. His execution is crisp and clean, but MVP, he's going to have a lot of rest tonight, and I'm just really looking forward to that match, actually. It's so funny because obviously DRG MC is going to be a lot of fun, but I almost am more excited for MVP MMA. Just the rematch after these two just fought
that's actually
in
a really good
GSL
point.
Finals,
I always forget it because the BlizzCon was such an overwhelming experience. That's right. That was actually not just an awesome TVT, but that was MVP against MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And, in MVP's excuse last time, he was playing in the Blizzard tournament the entire time. So,
well, we'll see if it makes a difference.
If he's rested. Thank you, Sol, for sponsoring us down here. It was great work. Good to be back here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the Blizzard Cup 2011.